And welcome back. Laura Kopaz is with us now, and she is a registered nurse and sexual assault nurse examiner at the Community Health Center, Branch County. Welcome to the show, Laura. Laura, let's talk about teens and alcohol. Tom Deck just talked about some of the different stats, which are kind of staggering out there. But I think one of the things that you see on a regular basis, and people are like, well, that doesn't happen in Branch County, but it does, and that's the sexual assault after teens have been drinking. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Right. 75% of cases that actually we see, and also nationwide, there's alcohol involved by one or both of the parties involved in that. So that's a significant number.
And when you see that assault, I mean, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about a rape or something on that order, or
we're
what?
talking rape, sexual assault. Most of our victims are young. 13, 14, 15 years old is the average age for Branch County. And then you've got alcohol on top of that.
So is it because the alcohol impairs their judgment and the other person's judgment too, or is it one or the other?
It can be both. If both parties are drinking, it's certainly going to impair both of them. Victims sometimes get into a situation that they don't realize because of the alcohol is inhibiting them and depressing their central nervous system, where they're not sure of the situation until it's too late.
So they really don't know what's going on,
right.
And from there things happen, and then there's the problem.
Right. And if the perpetrator has been drinking, that inhibits that person, and they don't often realize what they're getting into either until it's too late.
So what are some of the things that we can do to prevent these assaults and things on that order?
Well, I think it's like Tom said, talking to our kids. Most parents don't talk to their kids about alcohol, about sexual assault. They're not getting education in schools about sexual assault, plus the alcohol aspect also. We need to know where our kids are going. We need to, like Tom said, kind of monitor the situation. Is there going to be parental people there? Those types of things. Really
providing the guidance and really the overseeing, and not necessarily, a lot of times I think that parents want to be their child's friend.
Exactly.
And I can be your buddy, and that's okay to have a few beers at our house. Well, then the parent leaves, or whatever the case is, and then somebody else comes into the picture, and that's where you have the problem.
Right, exactly. These types of people target their victims. It's the one who's had the most to drink, or the one who might need a ride home, or the one who just wants to be with somebody by themselves. So they really target their victims.
What are some of the things that we can do? I know talking about it, but I'm talking about research. I mean, is there information online? Tom talked about we can call STARS. Are there other resources for information about teens and drinking?
There are several national sexual assault hotlines. The RAINN group, RAINN.com, that's an excellent one. They can call me at the Community Health Center. I have lots of information. I'm always happy to speak to groups, community groups, schools, about sexual assault.
And probably one of the biggest things I would say is that when a sexual assault occurs, I would imagine that the girl or boy, either case, may be kind of reluctant to come forward. Is that the case?
Sometimes they are very reluctant, especially if they're an underage drinker. They're afraid they're going to get in trouble for that, and that's not the purpose. We want to make sure that they are safe and that they are in good hands, so they need to report these things.
And then who do we report them to, and how do we go about that?
They can call 911 here in the county, and they will be connected with the proper police department first of all, and then they need to come to the emergency room, and we will see them.
Okay. Anything else that we should know about teens drinking, assault, anything on that order?
I think thinking of this time of the year with proms, graduation, spring break is a big time for sexual assaults and alcohol. Just being cautious, know where you're going, know who you're going with, have some money in your pocket. You might not have your cell phone, so you need some money for a phone call. All those types of cautionary things.
And I would imagine, in particular for girls, don't kind of go off by yourself.
Exactly.
Because that would probably be the easiest way to get in some sort of a problem.
Right, kind of work out a buddy system, stay together.
All right, well, thanks for being with us today,
Thank
Laura.
you.
Laura Kopaz has been with us, along with Tom Deck. Laura is a registered nurse and sexual assault examiner at the Community Health Center, Branch County. Stay with us. You're watching Our Community on Q1 Broadcasting.